Thousands of years ago, people were extremely superstitious and believed in the existence of supernatural forces. People would associate diseases with a variety of unconnected events when they only had basic medical understanding. It is quite difficult for us in the 21st century to understand the ancient history of medicine and health completely. Well, this is due to the fact that what we know about that time period is only the tip of the iceberg. But today, we'll take a closer look at the history of health and medicine in Viking Scandinavia. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. For many historians and archaeologists, the Viking era has long been a fascinating chapter. History reveals several astonishing characteristics of the ancient Vikings period. People were completely unaware of germs, the function of human organs, and the many processes that took place within the human body because it was an undeveloped period at the time, as we know for certain. Because of this, if a disease or illness struck, people would attempt to heal it using various home cures and folk remedies. When we look back to the year 800, we can see that the Scandinavian Vikings had devised a number of unique methods of curing the illness that are being used today. Let us have a look at a few examples. The residents of Skeljastair, Iceland were generally in good health. However, this does not rule out the possibility that the illnesses existed at the time. Detailed investigation revealed that the Vikings had a well-balanced diet when compared to current diets, which was confirmed by further research. They consumed less sugar, ate more whole foods, and consumed less refined carbohydrates. The dental record revealed significant wear, but only a little amount of decay. It was discovered that the only major dental problem was calculus, which leads in tooth loss and the development of infections in the jaws. Some of the skeletal remains of elderly persons have shown healed bone fractures. This indicates that the Vikings were known for taking good care of their elders. In the remains, there were just a few dietary inadequacies that could be detected, indicating that individuals of that era were consuming all of the nutrients that their bodies required. Rituals to cure diseases. Due to the fact that the majority of Scandinavian Viking trade took place by water or land, the Vikings used to reside in trading cities. The high density of people in trading towns made it challenging to provide proper sanitation. As a result, diseases were more common. A commercial town at Birka, eggs of human parasites were discovered. According to scientists, people may have suffered from diarrhea and nausea as a consequence of sanitary conditions that were substandard. When it came to dealing with the illness, people used to perform rituals in order to heal it, which was in addition to certain traditional ways. People believed that music and beautiful poetry might help to heal the wounds of the time. The preventative medicines consisted of chants and charms that were intended to bring good fortune to the person. The wicked used to seek the use of magic in order to treat those who were unwell. During the healing process, runic inscriptions were etched over whalebone and placed under the ill person's bed to aid in their recovery. Medicine. To deal with health concerns, individuals in the Norse age used both magical and medicinal skills, which they learned from their elders. Different cures made use of indigenous plants to treat wounds, mend a fractured bone, anoint wounds, and bandage wounds, among other things. In other cases, the Vikings would trade herbs between different regions in order to cure a specific sickness. Cannabis sativa seeds. The history of CBD creams used nowadays may be traced back to the ancient Norse period, when they were initially used as pain relievers. During the excavation of several ancient locations, the seeds of the cannabis sativa plant were discovered in pouches buried with the dead bodies, which was a surprise to the researchers. The cannabis seeds used in the pain-relieving bombs were the principal active element in them. It was as a result of these findings that the scientists came to the conclusion that the Scandinavian Vikings used cannabis, marijuana, and hemp for medicinal purposes. The skeleton examinations indicated that people used certain old ways to heal the damaged legs, limbs, and ribs that they had sustained in battle. On the other hand, other tests revealed that the fractured limbs had been manipulated. People had to rely on their own medical knowledge because educated medical experts were hard to come by at the time. Only a small number of people in any community have specialized knowledge and abilities in dealing with various health concerns. The majority of medical knowledge was passed down to the predecessors since there were not adequate literature studies available. So ancient history of Scandinavian kings reveals that many herbal cures they used at the time are still effective now, even thousands of years after they were developed. They were living a lot better lifestyle and were extremely careful of what they were putting into their bodies. Despite the fact that they lacked scientific education, these hardcore Vikings possessed extraordinary medicinal abilities. We will end our video here. If you have any thoughts, please let us know in the comments section. Like and subscribe to the Vikings Code channel because we will continue providing you the authentic information regarding Vikings. Don't forget to hit the bell icon as well, and we will see you in the next one.